Welcome to tonight's NASCAR 25, or I should say this afternoon's NASCAR 25 Cup Series race. As we begin the round of 12 of the playoffs, it is New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the round of 12 opener. And I don't think we're going to be very fast. For some reason here, I don't have a lot of grip. Very, very loose. Had to use stability help. Still loose even with stability help. So I really don't know what we're going to be able to do to try to be very fast in this race. Probably going to be on the slower side of things. We did qualify 29th, so maybe not the worst thing in the world. Hopefully the long run speed will aid us. We did have some really good speed short and long run at Gateway, which is a very similar racetrack to that of New Hampshire. But I will say with running Phoenix, which is a flatter 1 mile oval, I needed stability help there also. So probably going to just have to be the same for today. It seems like the 1 mile and less ovals just don't have the stability, except for Iowa. For some reason, I could run no stability help at Iowa. That's the only shorter track for some reason that I could do that with. But we will try to do our best here today. We do come in as the #1 seed, had a couple of wins in the round of 16, added some extra playoff points with a win at Bristol and Gateway. Won 4 of the last 5 races. We'll see if we can keep the dominant streak alive. A lot of pressure on us, I think, to have to win Kansas, which is the second race of the round, because the Roval, we haven't won a road course race this season. We haven't scored many stage points there, and tonight might be a little bit of a slow race for us as well. So we're going to need to get all the points we can, just in case. We'll scratch and claw, and obviously we're not going to go down without a fight. Green flag in the air. We've got 300 laps of racing here at New Hampshire. Had to try to tighten the car up as much as I could with the setup coming into the race. So it might be a little bit slower off the start from where I qualified. 70 laps in stage 1. This is the shortest of the 3 stages. And we have the full fuel and tire wear consumption. So we will not have to pit for fuel at all in this stage. Going to be very cautious dropping it down to 4th gear in the middle of the corner. See, it feels like I could free it up because of how tight I am in these first couple laps. I really can't.
Clear inside. Car outside. Clear high if you want it. Inside door. Clear low if you want it.
We just got to keep the neutral setup and do our best. Trying to learn from what I learned at IRP yesterday in ARCA, which is be very diligent on the throttle in the middle of the corner to keep from getting too loose. But I would say I'm way more loose here than what I was even in ARCA at IRP with minimal stability help. More horsepower in these Cup cars, obviously, that could play into effect. Scared for as the tires wear, what is this car going to look like? Losing spots in this middle to upper groove of the racetrack, but when I try to run the bottom, the car gets more and more free the closer I get to that yellow line, which is very similar to IRP, which is why I try to kind of race it like that. Parked at the back of the pack. We weren't very quick at Dover either. We should be a little bit better at Phoenix, but I don't know how much better. Byron leads.
Clear low if you want it. Outside now.
Try to keep it in 5th gear, see how much better it will be. But I just have to downshift to 4th. I almost could get away with staying at 4th gear, maybe all the way around this racetrack. It's just shifting, you would think would be a little bit faster. More on the get up to speed side of things.
One high. Clear. Inside door.
Mark Church Jr. going way wide. Definitely going to be a scratch and claw kind of race just to stay on the lead lap.
Clear low. One up
For
high.
300 laps,
Clear high if you
300
want it.
miles.
Clear outside.
Regine Huddleston, chimp in the draft.
Outside.
Marcus Villarreal, thanks for tuning in.
One high.
I'll definitely check out Ruthless Racing for custom setups,
One on the bottom.
especially when we get to Phoenix for the championship race.
Driver, that was your best lap ever.
And our fastest lap of the race that last time by. I do need to free up just a little bit, but not a ton. We are over a second slower lap right now.
Car inside.
Buried in traffic, which definitely doesn't help. Not only am I at the back of the pack, but these cars are
Clear high if you
not
want
making it easy for us. How tight they're running us. Got the Cheddar's paint scheme back. Maybe that was not a good idea to change the paint scheme we had, winning 4 of the 5 races with it.
Inside. Car high. Clear inside. Clear outside.
Keeping the car clean, not making an over-aggressive mistake at least. I really don't want to cause any cautions.
Clear low. Car outside.
Try to find a way to round the bottom of the racetrack. Car gets very loose down there, but got to make a pass some way or another
Inside door.
on cars that are much faster than them. Like the 78 of BJ McLeod.
Clear outside.
But now Mark Church Jr. is going to get underneath us, and he's going to look to make the pass. The bottom is the fastest way around if you're not too
Inside now.
tight and can actually run there.
Inside now.
I do wonder if maybe in 5th gear I can run the bottom
Car low.
all the way through the corner instead of downshifting.
Clear low. Outside.
It's a little bit better, but I can't get the car to turn.
Clear up top.
That's the problem with running 5th gear all the way through the corner. The car gets way too tight.
Outside. One outside. Fastest lap in, driver. Clear outside. Car
There's
high.
something to running the inside. On the middle line all the way through.
Stay low.
Side by side with Cole Custer for position.
Clear high. One outside.
Thanks, Regine, by the way. Bam Hall, welcome to the stream.
Stay low.
On the bus coming home. Yeah, very early Friday stream today. Although we've kind of had these Friday afternoon streams for a little bit now. There's a hit against the wall, and
Clear
Truex
bottom.
had no chance to get out of the way.
Outside now. Stay low.
I'm so lost what to do setup-wise as to making this thing faster. You know, if I'm a little tight on entry, but whenever I try to apply throttle, I just get way too loose. So if I try to free it up a little bit to help rotate the entrance to the corner, I'm just going to be even worse middle off. And there's some long straightaways here at New Hampshire, so I really want to have that straightaway speed if I can help it. No straight line speed doesn't help. Yeah, I just think the rear tires are slipping way too much that even when I'm applying throttle, it's not grabbing and going
Outside.
like I would like it to do. Running the inside, getting up underneath the Truex. This will be a pass for 31st. We can make it happen.
Clear up top.
And we will. I think over the course of a long run, assuming we don't catch many cautions today, which I don't think we're going to, with it being a shorter flat oval. We had a couple spins at Gateway. Strict yellows are on. We did see that. Cautions would definitely aid us today. The more cautions, the better. We're just going to have to come out naturally for our sake. 32.552 there. Be nice if I get a little bit quicker over the course of the run. Bell hasn't caught lap traffic yet, so that clean lap with no buddy in front of us, not battling for position. We were 0.8 of a second off of the race lead. Haven't damaged the car up much, so that's good. I definitely think the deeper I can drive it in on entry, the better. I'm just having a tough time as to what is quicker, trying to open the wheel up too soon, but if I do that, I feel like I get too tight. The wall comes quickly, and that's why I got up against the fence out of turn 2. There's moments like the last 2 corners where I feel like the car is okay. At times. Maybe this track's got a lot of tire degradation. I wouldn't think that it has a ton. It's definitely going to have more than Gateway, but we were just fast on the short run at Gateway without stability, but needing the stability makes us really slow here. Didn't lift soon enough that time. Before I hit the wall, I'm starting to get some ground on the next 3 cars up ahead of us. Todd Gillen, Noah Gragson, and Zane Smith. Gillen eliminated in the round of 16 of the playoffs. Remember, qualified after winning the Daytona 500 at the start of the season. Dime in the corners could work. See, I'd like to, but I can't get the turn center off without the car getting snappy loose. Because that line definitely worked out rather well at Gateway. I could shove it in hard on entry, but trying to get to the throttle as soon as I can to get that cut off. You saw the car slide there. I tried to do it. I either slide,
That was your best lap ever, bud.
which that was quicker, but if I do that, I'm going to end up burning the rear tires off of it way too soon. It's almost like I have to just sail it off into the corner, but stay in that middle groove of the racetrack. Obviously stay in the blacker part, not going above the darker asphalt.
Amazing lap driver.
32.518. I'm trying to find something. Whatever I've done the last 2 laps, that was our fastest of the race at lap 21 and 22. Gregson and Smith running side by side as Smith has ran down the 4 car, got to his outside. Big run for Kyle Busch, but not really anywhere to go right now. Looking to the inside of Smith.
Stay low. Car outside.
Try the slide job.
Clear up top.
Down to the apron into 1 and 2. Trying to get to that middle to upper groove of the racetrack. Going to be able to make that pass on Gregson with that move. Still put down a 32.613, which is within a tenth of our fastest lap. Despite how low I entered going into the corner. So up to 29th, but Smith and Gregson are the last two cars on the lead lap as they run side by side again. Trying to stay fourth a little bit longer down the back straightaway, just trying to build as much speed as possible. I'm doing something different, it seems like, every couple laps.
That was your best lap ever, bud.
That might have actually worked. Ran a 32.493, staying in fourth gear just a little longer down the back straightaway. Might be able to do that on both ends of the track.
Clear, clear, clear.
It was only a couple hundredths faster, but I need every little bit I can get.
All clear.
Making a pass on Todd Gilliland for 28th. A lot of open traffic ahead of us, but the problem is Christopher Bell, the leader, is looking to the inside. We're not going to have much of a chance here to try to hold him off.
Still there. Clear low if you want it.
Leader had a 31.776 that last lap. William Byron, who led for a brief moment very early, I believe he started on the pole. And then Ryan Blaney, who battles Byron for second, is right there. I think Christopher Bell's going to be the favorite if he makes it to Phoenix for the Championship 4. Because from what I've seen on the 1 mile racetrack so far this season, he does look to be the quickest. Gateway, he was the guy we had to beat as well.
One inside.
Blaney's had some good runs on this type of track as well. I think he'd be a threat.
Still there, clear inside.
But I think Bell's been a little bit quicker.
One bottom. Clear bottom.
Jones way up out of the groove. .43 car of Eric Jones going really wide. Only had the left sides in the darker pavement that time, trying to get some draft down the front stretch.
Outside door.
Sail it off into turns 1 and 2. A little slide job. Going to get by Eric Jones for position. I think I can definitely get inside the top 20, but the leaders are going to lap a ton of cars.
Clear inside.
Definitely driving in deeper than, say, even William Byron right ahead of us. We're almost halfway through the stage. A couple more positions up ahead. Justin Haley and SVG, another driver who was eliminated, just like Todd Gilliland in the first round of the playoffs. SVG currently in 25th.
Outside.
Way up out of the groove is Van Gisbergen.
Outside.
To the inside goes Bush underneath of Haley, makes the pass on him alongside SVG now.
Stay low.
Short run pace, we struggle for top 30, but up to 25th as we try to motor our way through as many cars as we can here in this opening frame. Not a night where it's looking like we're going to get any kind of stage points. We're just trying to better our chances of getting the best finish possible. Got to finish up as high up in the running order now. Maybe there's some sort of a shot we get the free pass at the stage end. I don't know if we're going to catch any cautions or not today. There's no reason for us to short pit, I don't think. Our lap times are so all over the place, and the car hasn't clipped by any means at this point. I do think there's still a chance, though. Caution helps us in stage 1, because I think that could allow us to at least get the wave around. I would assume everybody on the lead lap would pit. Might have a mixed bag of some who pit, some who stay out. In that case, I wouldn't be able to take the wave around. Dark Crypto, thanks for tuning in. There more braking in the corner.
Inside now. Clear low.
Yeah, I'm definitely starting to float higher and higher as the run goes on. Some of that is me pushing harder, and obviously the tires wearing out just a bit. Scared of going too wide. I mean, I guess I can try going above the black. I doubt that that's going to work.
One outside.
Hamlin, obviously, another.
Stay low. Clear outside.
You get by Nemechek. Daniel Suarez in the 99 right there.
Outside door.
For 23rd. Bush to the inside.
Clear outside. Outside. Clear high if you want it.
Pass is made. 16 of AJ Allmendinger is the car ahead of Hamlin. AJ in the 22nd place position. And the 66 of Chad Fincham right in front of AJ. AJ catching that 66 car in a pretty bad spot. Gonna try the slide job into 3 and 4. Just don't want to waste much time trying to make this pass all the way to the bottom. Slip into the outside and clear. We'll hold clear off the exit of turn 2. Michael McDowell, first car lap down right now in that 71 Spire Chevrolet. Never mind, now Ty Gibbs is a lap down. And seeing where Christopher Bell's at on the racetrack, the race leader's getting quite a ways ahead of us. Getting a haircut today, oh boy. Hey, nothing that feels quite like getting the fresh cut, taking those first steps outside.
Car outside.
Unless you're taking a lot off and it's cold like where I live.
Still there. Clear high if you want it.
Maybe not as refreshing of a feel. Well, I said we'd get inside the top 20. I mean, we're already up to 22nd. We still have 30 laps to go in the stage. Honestly, I think I have to leave the car the way it is. I tried to make it any tighter. I'm not going to be able to roll the entry speed as high, but maybe I can get back to the gas a little sooner. But I'm so tight through the first half of the corner. I'm already at times having a hard time drifting up the racetrack. And if I take any wedge out, even if it's just a half a round, it's just going to get that much more slippery when trying to get back to the throttle. Pass made on Michael McDowell through turns 1 and 2. That pass was for 21st. Ty Gibbs is the first car 1 lap down. We're the second car a lap down. You know, maybe there's an off chance that we can actually get the free pass. It's not likely, but I wouldn't say it's impossible. Hocevar about 31 seconds out of the lead. You know, even with no stage points, if we get a top 15 finish, I think we'll be decent on points. We'll probably be about where we were going into Gateway in the last round, about plus high 20s, around 30. Because there's going to be several drivers who are going to get a lot of points, but in the round of 12, not everybody's going to get stage points. Just got to hope that the majority of the playoff drivers that we'd have to beat around the cut line, get minimal stage points. You know, a good finish, and they're only getting less than 20 points on us in one race. Which, if that's the case, we'll still be above 30 points to the good. Going into Kansas, a race where I can compete for the win. Closing in on Gibbs.
Car outside. Clear outside.
Only about 24 laps to go yet, stage one. Getting by Stenhouse. Ty Gibbs for 20th right in front of us.
One up high.
Fastest lap is a 32.493, which is a little bit quicker than the leader's last lap. But it's been a minute since I've ran that. I had a 32.7 flat the last time by. Barely clear of Gibbs out of turn 2. A little half block down the back straightaway.
Car outside.
Getting ground back on Hamlin, who is in 4th. The closer we can get to the front of the field, the more of a chance, or get back to the leaders, not obviously the front because we'd have to unlap ourselves, but the closer we get to Christopher Bell, the more of a chance we actually have of getting the free pass before the end of this first stage. Qualified 29th tonight. We're definitely better than that on the long run, but even 29th was a bit of a stretch. A looser setup for qualifying. It's a little too loose, but kind of overall been just a little bit quicker. Depending on where lap traffic is, Bell's still a bit quicker, because he was over a tenth faster than us 2 laps ago. That last lap, we were about 700ths quicker. I see Hocevar up there. He's definitely off the lead lap. Austin Dillon is behind him in the running order. Hocevar's in 18th. We're in 20th. See, Austin Dillon is ahead of us still, but behind Hocevar. Just got to make sure I'm not pushing too hard. I'm still getting the best lap time I can.
20 to go.
20 laps left in the stage. Last lap was a 32.563. Second place car, Ryan Blaney, still very much within sight.
Fastest lap yet, driver.
That was our fastest lap of the race the last time by. 32.472. Get into that kind of rhythm. That'd be great.
Outside now. Clear.
Catching Hamlin. Hamlin obviously catching Austin Dillon.
Car high.
Looking to the inside of Hamlin just so I can roll the entry of the corner better. Gonna make a pass on Austin Dillon as well. A little contact with Hamlin up out of turn 2, and that got the car a bit loose. But we're gonna make the pass on Denny into turns 3 and 4. I mean, if I could completely unlap myself before the end of the stage, that would be the best thing that could happen. I just don't see it happening. There's a lot of lap traffic in front of Bell, but the bad part is he just keeps lapping more and more cars. Austin Cindric got passed by Hocevar as Carson Hocevar is doing everything he can to try to get to that free pass position and then stay there. Shifting every corner, every lap. The reason why I upshift at the last second to 5th and then down to 4th again is simply so I can catch the car more going into the corner. Allows me to drive it in just a little bit deeper without getting too free through the center of the corner. Massive run on the 2 of Austin Cindric. Slide job barely cleared through the middle of the corner. Ryan Preece just got passed by the 77 of Hocevar. Both front row Fords of Zane Smith, Todd Gilliland right there as well. Gonna have a run on Preece. Looking to the inside. Shallow entry by Preece as well. More aggressive line by Busch. Underneath of Hocevar. 3 wide. There's Preece. A little bit of contact. I got sideways off the exit of the corner, so that was not by design to make that contact.
3 wide.
Gonna get by the 77. The 60 still hanging down on the bottom, but he gets cleared. Busch able to stay in the gas and not make contact that time. With the 66 to the outside, and we're gonna clear all of those cars. Again, though, not in the free pass position because Josh Berry, Alex Bowman have fallen off the lead lap. Bowman, one of the playoff drivers we'd be racing. So it's good to see him in 15th. He was actually one of the drivers above the cut line to start this round. And that lone win at the Atlanta Spring Race. Still 12 laps to go at the line in this stage.
Clear all around.
If Bell's lapping this many cars in a 70 lap opening stage, what is it going to look like when we have over 100 laps in stage 2 and stage 3 and we actually have pit stops? Still not expecting to get back on the lead lap, but I'm hoping, just hoping we can get the free pass at all costs here. It's not going to be easy. Car's getting more and more free the more I stand on the throttle off the exit of the corner, but getting into desperation mode now in these final 12 laps of the stage. Gotta hold that steady wheel.
Good to go. Outside now. You're all clear.
Byron got by Blaney, by the way, for second through heavy lap traffic. Still got quite the gap to catch Bowman, but I do faintly see him and Josh Berry nose to tail up there.
Car high. All clear.
The car that Bell's trying to work around right now, I don't know if that's a car that's already been lapped or if that would be the last car in the lead lap. But he does have somebody directly in front of him. Then a bit of a gap before he catches anybody else. Ground is being had. Bowman's losing a ton of time, picked behind the 78, while Byron and Blaney battle for second underneath him. Sliding clear of Eric Jones up out of turn 2, just trying to stay in the gas with the car yawed out. 3 wide in lap traffic for the 12, the 24.
Outside door. Clear.
Barry all the way to the high side, the 24, the 12 underneath. Barry's going to lose a lot of time getting way up out of the groove. And Alex Bowman bearing down on him fast.
One outside.
So is the 8 of Busch. Got to make quick work of these two in case we end up having to catch the 13th place car before the end of the stage. We have 7 laps left in stage 1. Bowman on the inside of Josh Berry. The 8 of Kyle Busch closes on both cars. Berry going to try a crossover on Bowman. Busch going to try to get them both in one turn and does. Up to 14th. Chris Buescher is now the first car 1 lap down. Ross Chastain is about to be lapped as well. Still 6 laps to go in the stage. I can see Buescher up there. I'm scared Chastain's going to get lapped, and I think he's too far ahead of us. Blaney and Byron are going to be tough to pass, even though we're just faster than them at this point in the run. They're battling with one another, and they are obviously much faster than the lap cars and or cars we'd be passing for position.
Clear outside. 5 to go this time. Outside.
Take to a slide job.
Car high.
Try to get by both the 12 and the 24 as quickly as possible. Going to be able to pass them both in turns 1 and 2. It's a bold maneuver as they continue to battle for second. Blaney got Byron back just a couple corners ago. I see Bell. I don't know exactly how close Chastain is to him. Chastain 31.9 seconds off of the lead. Leader had a 33.0 that last lap, so he's about a second ahead of him. I think we catch Chris Buescher, but I just don't know if we catch Ross Chastain. I am hoping for some heavy lap traffic in front of Christopher Bell, holding him up to the end of the stage. I see Bell. He is just past side-by-side lappers of Suarez and it looked like maybe Allmendinger. Buescher's getting held up in traffic. 3 laps to go at the line. Chastain is now the next car in front of Bell.
Outside now.
Busch is just... We're ever so close.
Car outside.
I think we get by Buescher the next lap.
Clear up top. Car outside.
Maybe even through 3 and 4 here. Chastain just went a lap down.
Outside now.
Nice pass on Buescher.
2 to go this time now. Clear, all clear.
2 laps to catch Ross Chastain, and I don't think Bell catches another car, so it's up to us and Chastain to get the free pass. After starting 29th, obviously we had a pretty big hole to try to dig out of. I don't want to say that this is the race in stage 1, but I've been in races this year where we've been stuck a lap down the entire time.
Outside now.
Might be just a little bit too far back for one more lap.
White flag, keep it up. Clear high. Car outside. Clear up top.
Doing everything we can to get by Suarez. Maybe too big of a dive.
Inside.
We're going to be too far back. I feel like I've seen this before, and I don't know what race it was. One more lap, and I think we would have caught that one car of Ross Chastain. Chastain in 12th will get the free pass. 13th at the end of stage 1 for Kyle Busch.
Okay, shake it off.
Dang
We have
it.
plenty more race left.
We're one more lap away. Well, that was intense. Just didn't pan out for us. Gotta wait for the top 10 to finish out, cross the start-finish line. Now pit road is open. Long ways to go in this race yet. We could stay out, but I don't think that's really going to do much for us. You know what? I don't think we're going to catch any cautions. For that reason alone, I'm going to stay out and take the wave around and see what we can do. We're going to obviously go as long as we can here. I don't think we're going to catch a quick caution. If we did, that'd be awesome. But I just don't think we're catching any cautions today. That was a lot of contact. I spun the tires on the restart. That was not getting the best time possible. I really wish we had the free pass and we'd just be right back on the same strategy again. $115 laps in this stage. So my theory is everybody's going to have to pit one time anyway. What are the chances that I can stretch the next fuel run long enough that I can maybe get within a window of going rights only to save a little bit of time, and maybe that's the difference in me hanging on to the lead lap or not. Plus, I'll have about 15 lap fresher tires for just a bit as well. And it got really tight trying to get all the way to the bottom that time. That dive bomb is less and less dramatic the longer the run goes. To actually get it to hold.
Clear up top. Inside. Outside door. Clear bottom.
All right, BJ McLeod's in my way. BJ is holding me up.
Stay high. One up high. Clear inside.
Driving in a little bit deeper than BJ that time.
3 wide. One
Contact, I got to his inside, stayed there, but now the 66 is under me too.
Hold your line. Clear low if you want it. Clear high.
This car's just sailing way up the racetrack. Where my lack of grip is.
Stay high.
Still within 0.3 of a second. Well, I was half a second slower that last lap.
Inside. Clear low.
Too high up the racetrack. Hopefully the rest of the race pans out for us. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. Big hope, big ask.
Car outside.
Probably go just over 80 laps on a full tank. So it'll definitely be the later end of stage 2 before we come to pit road next.
Clear high if you want it.
Don't wreck, don't wreck, don't wreck.
Outside door.
I was on the brakes trying to catch the car off of turn 4, and that allowed for Josh Bilicki to get right back by us again.
Clear outside.
Only for us to pass him back in 1 and 2, and he's going to get another crossover.
Hold your line. Still there. Clear low if you want it. Outside now.
The old crossover on Bilicki.
Clear high if you want it.
Well, I'm I'm better than these guys on the long run. See, the problem is this stage goes green. We're going to end up a lap down again anyway.
Outside.
More than likely. And I hope I can stay on the lead lap. Or at the very least, get the free pass position again, so that way...
Clear high.
something pans out for us. We caught a caution in the next 3 laps or so. That'd also be nice. These little tires, I'm barely fast enough just to keep up with about 35th. 70 lap old tires at New Hampshire, ladies and gentlemen.
Outside door. Clear outside. Outside now.
And the good news is I haven't made any crucial mistakes to this point, so that's good.
One outside. Clear high if you want it.
Honestly, 150 laps at IRP in the ARCA series really prepped me for this race today because this feels very similar to how the track is driving and with how loose I am under throttle. I can get a better cut center off at IRP and ARCA than what I am in this Cup race, so on the 12th lap of stage 2, all right, so we're going to pit this time. We're going to go 4 tires. We're obviously going to top off on fuel. We're going to be a little bit short to the end.
Bring it in and pit this time.
Got to keep the car down on the bottom of the track so we can pit. 45-mile-per-hour speed limit.
Whoa, up driver. Outside door. Clear outside.
Definitely don't want to speed into the pits, and we did not. That'd be a lot of fun. Probably a lot of cool indoor karting places. I don't know exactly where you're from, but... they exist in the Midwest. Alright, so here's our 4-tire stop.
Careful when you merge in now. Outside door.
Oh, got really sideways trying to get up to speed.
Clear inside. One outside.
Cycled almost about to where I was running.
Clear all
A
around.
little bit behind that, had to go to the apron
Clear high if you want it.
underneath Allgaier and Balicki. Alright, so we only have about 12 to 13 lap fresher tires. It's not much. Try to take advantage of these fresh tires the best we can. No matter what happens, when that 12 car of Brian Blaney, who leads right now, catches us, we can't let him pass us.
Driver, that was your best lap ever.
Just ran our fastest lap of the race. 32.455. This car almost has too much grip now from what I had before. It's fighting for my life on about 82, 83 lap old tires. I feel like I can't get to 4th gear quite as quick. Looks like I'm too fast to run the very top. Also, I'm trying to overdrive the entry.
One low.
Held up behind Cody Ware and Riley Herbst.
Clear up top. Car outside.
Making the pass on Herbst, trying to hang to the inside of Cody Ware. I'm going to have to try the slide job on him this time.
Outside door.
Tried to refrain from going all the way down to the bottom so I can make the pass by starting wider. Keep decent mid-corner speed. Just enough to clear up off the exit of turn 2. Wade, thanks for tuning in. New phone for Christmas. There you go. Now things
Clear high.
things are happening down in the chat today.
Inside.
Oh, that was such a bad corner. Got back to the gas way too soon.
Clear outside.
Got back by Ty Dillon. Currently in 22nd, by the way. See, last car 1 lap down. Byron Bell, Blaney, they've been changing the lead quite a bit over the last several laps between the 3 of them.
Outside.
I'm still like a second slower than the leaders.
Clear.
More like 7/10, but even still, that's a lot. 12 to 13 lap pressure tires helps, but it's not fast enough to keep up with those guys yet. It's just the hope is maybe our long run speed comes in a little bit quicker compared to the rest of the pack. 32.475 that last lap. That was one of our fastest laps of the race. Try to hold Bell back as much as we can, but it's not going to be easy. I mean, he is so much faster.
Car low. Clear low. One low. Clear low.
Try to block Bell.
Car low. Clear inside. One low.
Not going to be able to block all 3 of them. Blaney, Byron, and Bell all right there. Probably going to get picked behind
Inside.
Cole Custer.
Outside door.
Going to the apron.
3 wide. Car
A little
outside.
contact with Ryan Blaney.
Bottom.
Use them up a little bit.
3 wide.
I was going to say 8 tires are better than 4, but with Stenhouse on the high side, it was almost like 12 tires are better than 4.
Stay low.
Oh, don't spin. Don't. Oh, that was a hard hit.
Inside. Clear low if you want it.
I got a little bit of damage on that right front now. That might make us a little too tight. Now I'm scared. It's the first I've really damaged the car at all this entire race.
Fastest lap yet, bud.
Maybe the nose damage was necessary to run better lap times. I feel like I can almost get back to the gas a little bit sooner. Breaking the car might have helped fix the problem. Now, at least for the shorter run it did, I can't say that it's going to be that fast later in the run. That lap I just lost, I'll definitely end up getting that back before they pit under green. I don't know how much extra time I'll be able to make up before they hit pit road, though. Knowing that they'll end up hitting around lap 80 or so. Lemon car, Denny Hamlin running us down.
One outside. Clear outside. Clear low. One high.
They still got 50 laps until they hit pit
Clear
road.
outside. Clear
Kyle
outside.
Larson in fifth. That's the first we've seen Larson today. He's closer to the front of the pack than what he was earlier. Race is definitely wide open to get somebody to win in advance into the round of 8. It's probably not going to be us. Almost certain it's not going to be us.
Stay low. You're all clear.
I'm just trying to get a lead lap finish. A lead lap finish today would feel like a win. Especially being trapped a lap down at the end of stage 1.
One low. Clear low. One on the bottom. Clear low.
Larson directly in front of us.
One high.
Got by Nemechek.
Stay low. Clear high if you want it. One up high. Clear high.
iPhone 17 Pro Max. I didn't have any idea what number they were on. I've never been an iPhone user. 17 sounds like a lot. I feel like I've missed a bunch. It almost feels like they skipped numbers somewhere in there.
Fastest lap yet, driver.
32.404, fastest lap of the race that last time by. It was about 20 to 30 laps into the last run we were running our fastest laps. Just at that point where the car frees up a little bit more because it is too tight middle, not really middle, the first half of the corner, and then it gets more and more free on the back half. 6-5 thriller last night with Columbus for the Red Wings. What a season series those two teams are having against one another so far this year, though.
Outside door.
I tried to get the cut down to the bottom that time. That was a little too risky.
Stay low. Clear outside.
Didn't work out very well for us.
One outside. Clear outside. One low. Stay
I
high.
almost feel like I'm losing more time than I did early. Well, it's hard to tell, though, because where they were at on the track versus us.
Clear up top.
And I was probably giving up more time at the start of the last run on those older tires, too.
Outside now. Clear up top.
I somehow don't win in the round of 8, though. Even though tracks line up pretty well for us for the most part, it is not going to be easy.
One high.
Sounds like you're rubbing in the 60-degree weather you're having. Definitely jealous. It was 3 degrees when I woke up this morning to go to work. Far from 60. I'll tell you that much. It has been cold.
Car outside. Clear high if you want it.
Chase Elliott definitely looks faster than Larson. Closing in on him quite quick. High 32.4s pretty consistently. .447.
One outside.
Slinging all the way to the bottom, maybe 4 wide for a brief moment. Trying to get by Larson, Chase Elliott trying to do the same thing. Picking Larson up behind Riley Herbst.
Outside. 3 wide. All clear.
Maybe a little too big of a dive. I tried to get Chase Elliott too. That probably wasn't a great idea on my part. Should have just tried to take it one pass at a time.
One outside.
Get by the lapper first.
You're all clear.
Try to stay behind Elliott here through 3 and 4. Fast enough that I can't charge the entry as hard as what I was running in line behind him.
Car outside. 3 wide.
Run low enough to get underneath him now. Both cars going to get by Martin Truex Jr. in the 56. Still ran a 32.453, even having to go down to the bottom of the racetrack there. And we'll make the pass.
Inside. Clear inside.
Ty Gibbs for 19th place right in front of us. Just whatever happens at the end of this stage, we have to do our best to try to not only make the final stage one stop, but just try to finish one lap down. I was pretty convinced that I was going to end up losing a lap. Can't go more than a lap down at the end of stage 2. Whatever happens. Because then I can take the wave around. There should be more cars lapped, and we should, I would like to think, if this 115 laps runs out, we'll be in the top 10 at the beginning of stage 3. That's the hope, and that's the strategy I think we're trying to pan out right now. Because we're 50 laps into stage 2.
One on the bottom. Clear inside.
"75 laps, by the way, is how far I went. And then an extra 12. So I guess I ended up technically going about 87 to 83, or sorry, 87 to 88 laps on a full tank
One outside.
of fuel.
Clear up top.
So they're going to be able to go past lap 85 before they hit pit road. Running slightly faster lap times than our race leader Ryan Blaney right now.
One up high. Clear up top.
Obviously catching the 24, the 11 are the next 2 cars ahead of us in 3rd and 4th. When we pitted, we only have about 40 laps on our tires right now, so we've still got over half our fuel run left. Best thing that can happen, everybody cycles through and then we catch a caution. If we were to see a yellow, I just still don't think we're going to catch one at all. Dare me to sleep outside tonight? No thanks. I'm good. No need to camp in this weather. Although it should be a little bit warmer tonight overnight than what it was yesterday, but I don't think it's going to be by much.
One outside. Clear outside. One outside.
Slide job getting by Denny Hamlin in the 11.
Clear outside. 3 wide. Clear up top. Clear low if you want it. One low.
Be on the outside of Denny. It's running even side by side. It's just not as quick for us.
Stay high.
Still can't arc the corner off exactly the way I would like.
Stay high.
Kind of need to start the corner entry a little lower to be able to drive it in a little bit deeper. Use more of the asphalt through the center of the corner.
All clear. One on the bottom.
Still just battling this 11 car a little bit too long for my liking.
All clear. Car outside.
Trying to back out of the gas a little early,
All clear.
just so I can get that cut down to the bottom of the racetrack. But again, he's going to try to cross us back over. It's worth a try.
Stay high. Inside door.
Drove it in a little deeper, but now we've got slower traffic right in front of us, and we're just boxed in behind Cindric and Priest.
One outside.
Slow car BJ McLeod just up ahead. 4 wide, getting down into turns
3 wide.
1 and 2.
Clear inside. Clear high if you want it.
Contact with both the 11 and the 60 through all that, but no caution. We stay green. All right, I'm getting held. I mean, between Hamlin
Outside now.
and the other cars, we are getting held up a ton right now.
Car outside. Clear high.
32.7, 32.8 the last couple laps when we were in the 32.4s, 32.5s.
Clear all around.
Leader ran a 32.8 the last lap with Blaney. Again crossing on Hamlin, and we'll actually hold clear off the exit of turn 2 this time. Side-by-side lap traffic in front of Byron, probably going to impede our corner entrance to that of the 24.
Outside now. Hold your line. Clear, clear.
Not by as much as what the 11 car had on us, but it was by a little bit.
Still there. Clear high.
Fairly clear, middle of the back straightaway, and it did seem like Byron might have lifted a
3
little.
wide.
That was a very low dive. Clipped the grass, and that shot the car up the racetrack. I'm so far behind Bell, I think. Our chances of finishing this stage 2 laps, better than 2 laps down, I don't think is looking very good right now. I would have liked to have gained more time, but we've struggled quite a bit more in traffic. Justin Besaw, thanks for tuning in. Pick back up into the 32.5s, but the leaders are still running 32.6s. I like to think that nose damage has hurt us at some point in this run. Even though we ran our fastest lap times, I'm just not as consistent as what I was with my lap times.
One outside. Clear high if you want it. Car high. Clear high. Car outside. Clear up top. Inside now. Still there.
Alex Bowman would currently be 4th position.
Car high. Clear all clear.
See See Chastain all the way up there. No doubt in my mind I'll be able to get by Chastain, though that wouldn't be for position. Because he has been lapped already by Christopher Bell. So Chastain is 1 lap down. Big run on the back of that 21 car. A little bit of contact through turns 1 and 2.
1 outside. Clear outside.
Slide job pass made now for 14th. Chris Buescher would be the 13th place car. He started the stage a lap down. Obviously now is 2 laps down. And he's running in line just behind the current 1 lap down car of Ross Chastain, who got the free pass and restarted back with us because we took the waiver out.
One bottom. 1 high. Clear up top.
Ryan Blaney still keeping within pretty close proximity of Christopher Bell. Tell you what, when the leaders cliff in the last 20 to 30 laps of the run, they cliff bad. I mean, without lap traffic in front of them, they're running 33.2s, and we're still running 32.60, 32.8 still, and we were only a couple tenths faster a lap. Now it's over a half a second. Gonna make a pass on Chris Buescher for 13th. Didn't really have to use a slide job there, but we did pass him to the inside. To try the slide job on Ross Chastain in the 1 car.
Clear, all clear.
He was in 12th a lap down.
Car outside.
You know, at all costs, try to get the free pass at the end of the stage. It's gonna be really tough when they start catching the top 10. We'll have a little less than 60 laps on our tires. Probably go about another 30 laps on fuel. Blaney just passed Christopher Bell for the lead.
They're all around.
Blaney put down a 33.0 that last lap, so he was 2 tenths faster than Bell. Bell was so much better on the long run back in the last stage. He dominated and won that opening stage of the race with no pit stops. I guess it's going to be the first to pit, in my opinion, is going to win between the 20 and the 12, assuming Bell can still stay pretty close to Blaney. Blaney had a 33.2 that last lap. I believe he was caught up behind Austin Dillon for a short bit. Hated Kyle Busch all over Austin Dillon.
Car high. Outside door. Clear outside.
Caught behind him a little too much.
Outside now.
Looking for that dive to the inside of Christopher Bell. 12 is pulling away from the 20. Not us. Going to get back to 1 lap down here shortly. They still got a little over 10 laps before they pit.
Car outside.
So we got to make the pass on Blaney fast and try to put as much distance between ourselves and him.
1 high.
Just trying to give ourselves a fighting chance here. Clear Brian Blaney.
Car high. Clear
Back
high.
to 1 lap down. Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe, the last 2 cars on the lead lap. 10th and 11th. Both playoff drivers. Kyle Lance, Pishat, thanks for tuning in.
1 high.
Controller is on the charger as we speak, so yes.
Clear high if you want it.
Not going to die on us 2 times in a row. And we are going to have a quicker final stop because I'm going to go either fuel only, splash and go, or rights only. Just going to depend on exactly where the leaders are going to be because we're going to be back on the lead lap once they all pit. Immediately once they all pit. That would be the best time for a caution to come in.
1 up high. Clear outside.
At the very least, we're going to be in the free pass position.
One on the bottom.
In the 19 car of Chase Briscoe very fast. You get to the outside of Briscoe off of turn 4, clear him on the front stretch.
Clear inside.
.22 laps of fuel left in our race cars. Leaders can still go for about
Clear.
at least a lap 85. I went 88 laps. And that would have been all green. So we might see some drivers pit a couple laps before that and a few after. At or just before that number is probably what I'd expect. It'd be awesome if they can go a little bit longer, but I doubt it. Just once they pit, we're going to be giving up time. Again, our goal for stage 2 is to finish either on the lead lap or at the very least in the free pass position.
1 high. You're all clear. Clear.
I'm 9/10 quicker that last lap.
Car outside.
Ninth place car, Bubba Wallace.
Clear high if you want it. 1 bottom. Clear.
Way to the bottom of the track trying to get by him and a lap car
Outside now.
all in the same corner.
Clear high. Outside door. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear high if you want it. Outside door. Clear high.
Joey Logano on pit road. He's the first to pit of the lead lap cars. Don't believe he was lapped. Blaney's still out on the track. Byron's in the pits.
Car low. Stay high. You're all clear.
Brad Keselowski having a pretty solid day today.
Car outside.
Up inside the top 10, he just pit.
3 wide. Clear outside.
See the 22 of Joey Logano.
Car low. Clear bottom.
And we've cycled up inside the top 10, and obviously on the lead lap, Bell, I believe, is already pitted. Yeah, obviously he would have, because we're on the lead lap. Well, if we're going to catch a caution, now's going to be the time that we're in 8th place and on the lead lap, but I doubt that that's going to happen.
Car outside.
Brad Keselowski about to pass us for this 8th place position.
Inside door.
Nothing we're going to be able to do to try to hold on.
Clear inside.
The idea that I even thought I could have finished on the lead lap in the stage, or first car 1 lap down in the stage, is insane. That was not possible. The hope is that I'm 1 lap down and that Bell catches, you know, maybe Logano and Keselowski before the end of the stage,
Clear high.
for instance, and then we could actually restart in 7th with the wave around, only finishing 1 lap down in the next stage. I'm going to have to put enough fuel in the car that I can make it a 1 stop. So I'm not having to pit a second time in stage 3. I believe we're going to have the same distance in stage 3, 115 laps, just like in stage 2. Gotta hope that Bell gets caught up in such heavy lap traffic. Be nice if I could find a way to block him, but that's just not going to be the case.
Clear low if you want it.
Way fresher tires. There he goes. First car lap down. Bubba Wallace in 10th, not that far back. I think he definitely catches Keselowski before the end of the stage. I don't know if he's going to catch Logano. And here comes Bubba Wallace, who's in 10th. More Bell gets held up in the heavier lap traffic, the better for us.
Car low. 1 up high. Clear low if you want it.
Hanging onto the free pass just in case we catch a caution. Bubba going all the way up the racetrack. 6 to 7 more laps of fuel left in the car.
Clear inside. One bottom. Clear low if you want it.
I think I'm going to have to take rights. Right side's and a half a tank of gas should be enough that we go the final stage with 1 pit stop. I would like to think so. Be shocked if we have to pit more than that. Because I'm taking the wave around whether I'm 1 or 2 laps down. I'm just hoping I'm 1 down, but I just think I've lost too much time.
Car high. Stay low. 1 bottom. Clear high. Clear low.
Almost wrecked.
Bring it in. All right, let us know what adjustments.
All right, we're going to pit this time. We're going to go right sides. Get a little bit more grip. I think 1 can will be enough to make it a 1 stop in the final stage. 1 second of damage, not going to repair that.
All right, bring it in and pit this time.
Nobody behind us. Got to maximize our time into the pits.
Back it down.
Almost missed pit road. That was close. Didn't speed, though. Well, right side's only. I wish the track map was still available when I was on pit road. I'm probably going to lose this lap. Be absolutely shocked at this point if I don't. 8.2 second stop. Yeah, there goes Bell.
Car high. Clear outside. 1 inside.
Very loose coming out of the pits, too. First car 2 laps down. Fresher right side tires, but older lefts than the rest of the field.
Car high. Clear, clear. 1 inside. Clear. 1 low.
No chance of getting this lap back before the end of the stage.
Stay high. Clear low if you want it. Car outside. Clear outside. 1 up high. Clear outside.
Next question is how many more cars are going to get lapped here before the end of stage 2? That's going to be the best chance at the best finishing position possible for us. Just ran our fastest lap of the race with only taking the rights. 32.318. That's insane. I don't know how I did that on only right side tires, but I did. Who would have thought that would be quicker? .32.405 that last lap.
Clear, clear, clear.
I don't know what it did to counterbalance,
Car outside.
but it did something
All clear.
positive. I don't think the field stays out of the pits at the end of the stage. If they do, with the lap times we're running right now in the 32.3s, I think we'd have to stay out. These are fantastic laps. I don't know how long I can sustain this for before the laps really start to fall off. But right now we're doing something. So interesting. I'm running this fast. Very noteworthy. I mean, they're consistent 32 threes. Entrance was a little bit lower that time. I don't think this lap is going to be as good. Like, we're running fast enough. I don't think Chastain catches us. For third. Oh, actually, never mind. He's ahead of us still, isn't he? Yeah, he's ahead of us. I'm hoping Chastain goes 2 laps down. I could permanently be ahead of him then. It's the end of the stage.
Still there. They're outside. Carlo. Car outside.
I think
Clear low if you want it.
it's very tight on fuel to the finish.
Clear low if you want it.
Of the entire race to make it on one stop. Really wish caution laps counted in the stage.
One up high. Stay low. Clear high if you want it. Outside. Clear high. To go this time. Car inside. Stay high. Clear inside. Car low. Clear bottom. Outside. Clear all clear. Inside now. Stay high. Stay high. Clear, clear. One inside. Clear inside. One on the bottom. Clear inside. Stay high. Clear bottom. Car outside.
Keeping up with the dinger. On the high side, tried the over-under move down to the bottom. Gonna slide up quite a ways. It's kind of like the battle we had with the 11 car earlier.
Low. 3 wide.
Now we're 3 wide because there's another car all the way down on the bottom.
One inside.
Speaking of the 11, there he is, Denny Hamlin.
Stay high.
35% on the left rear, which is actually burning up a bit quicker than the left front.
Inside now. Still there. Clear low. Five to go now.
After 32.415 that last lap. Ground back already on Chase Briscoe. Leaders dropped to the 32 O's, back into a 32.383 that last lap for us.
Outside now. Clear high.
So no stage points on the day for Kyle Busch. 13th at the end of stage 1. One spot off the free pass. Tried to get the wave around. Unfortunately, still ended up 2 laps down at the end of this stage.
2 to go.
I don't think anything we would have tried different there. I think it would have been the same result. We would have been 2 laps down at the end of the stage. The only difference is now
Clear low.
we'll be a little bit quicker with fresh rights only versus 4 tires.
1 outside. Clear high.
So our pace might actually be better at the start of stage 3 by staying out and taking the wave around, because that will be the play. Everybody will pit at the end of stage 2.
White flag right here.
It'll be 1 stop to the end from there.
Yeah, buddy, stay focused.
All right, well, we're consistent. 13th at the end of both stages. Now we're 2 laps down. We'll get the wave around to get back to 1 lap down again, and it'll be 1 stop instead of 2 in this final stage. So without having to pit that extra time, our likelihood of staying 1 lap down to the end is a lot higher, I think, than what it was. So everybody's pitting. We'll stay out. Not sure how many cars we're going to be able to race with. That will also be 1 lap down. At least up to 9th.
Be ready now. There's the green flag. 1 inside.
Knew I was going to spin the tires off the start. I tried to shift as quick as I could. It wasn't as bad as the beginning of the last stage, but it was up there. Alright, our pace should be better than what it was at the beginning of the last stage. We can go a little bit longer. 301 laps, not 300. I forgot about that. I hope that extra lap doesn't kill us. 116. We're going to be on the brink of being able to make this race on fuel. 116 laps in the final stage is what we would have to go, assuming we stay 1 lap down.
Clear. Car high.
And we have a shot to get a top 10.
Clear outside. Inside.
Gotta go.
Clear inside.
Everybody's got to pit 1 time. Our pit stop's going to be much sooner. And they're all going to pit with roughly 30 laps to go in the race, just like they did back in stage 2.
Outside door. Clear high if you want it. Clear inside. One outside.
Faster than the cars at the back of the pack. Obviously, when we pit, it'll be for 4 tires. Maybe taking a half round of wedge out of it will actually help. Because I really want to be able to run 32.3s consistently again. Also scared it's going to be too loose doing that, but
Car outside.
really want to keep this lap time up. It's going to be the best possible chance for us to get the best finishing position possible, especially with all those.
Clear, clear.
Well, I guess they would have been at the front of the pack. Never mind. The free pass car restarted back by us. I didn't see who that was. I was not paying close enough. Oh, it's Keselowski. So that tells me Brad probably didn't catch Joey. So I think there's only 8 cars on the lead lap. I don't think Bell ended up catching Keselowski before the end of the lap. Well, he would have, but he was in 8th. So, yeah, the best finish it looks like we can get tonight is 9th place.
Car high.
No chance we're making up a full lap on Keselowski. We're just going to lose too much time.
Still.
Oh, man, I'm so loose.
Outside now. Car outside. Clear up top.
Got to take this run as far as we can. We're going to be tight on fuel to the end of the race. I wish I would have taken 3/4 of a tank just to run this out a little bit further.
Stay high. Clear inside.
The traffic around me is impeding my lap times a ton.
Car outside. Stay low.
I mean, it's like 0.3 of a second a lap slower just running by these guys.
If you want it. Car high. They're outside.
Going 115 to the end instead of 116 if we do finish the race 2 laps down, which we should. I just got to hope that Wallace and them guys get lapped again too, obviously, so it gives us a chance. Haven't seen a caution for incident yet. If somehow we were able to catch a yellow right before we have to pit,
Clear up top.
maybe we could stretch it out and make it on fuel to the end of the race. No, it's something. 32.331 that last lap. I really wish I knew what the air pressures actually grew
Car outside.
to over the course of the run, so I could actually tell myself, you know, maybe what adjustments to make to have the car be as fast as it is right now when I take 4th, because it's just not going to be as fast. I can gamble in the sense of hoping that the half round of wedge I take out of it will be the difference, but I just don't know. We won't know until we try. I'm also scared I go the wrong way with doing that. Those left side tires are getting a workout though. When you combine the beginning laps of this stage, the last stage, I mean, we're probably going about 145 laps or so on those lefts. Still got 21% on the left rear. And it is going to be a fuel mileage race. Fuel mileage for the top 10 finish. I forgot it was 301 and not 300. Honestly, it might come down to that extra lap. Obviously, if I run out of gas on the final lap, that would be the difference. I want to get myself in a better position to try to pass both Haley and Zane Smith up here.
Outside. 3 wide.
Got the car all the way to the bottom, trying to keep it pinned there.
Clear up top.
The lower I go, though, the looser I get, especially off the exit of the corner, like right there, and we lost a lot of time because of it.
Car high. 1 bottom. Clear bottom.
Being held up right now does matter because that's slower and slower lap times, even if it's only by a couple tenths a lap. No, that lap was a 32. No. Yeah, I've got to get by these guys. They're slowing me up way too much.
Clear low.
To have any sort of a shot to get this top 10.
Inside now. Clear low. One outside. Clear high if you want it.
Contact with
Inside.
Justin Haley.
3 wide. Clear inside. 1 up high. Bring it around and pit this time.
Oh,
Clear up top.
not pitting yet. I get that left rear is at 17%, but we're not going to make it on field to the end pitting right now. We got to use that last 9 laps or so. Left front should make it to the end. It's just how loose is this car going to get, though? That's the dangerous thing. Am I going to be at risk of spinning out? Because we need this to go green to the end if we want a shot at a top 10. Lenny's definitely not going to catch us before we pit. Connor Burke, thanks for tuning in.
Watch your tire wear.
Can't wait to get fresh tires back on this bad boy. Shouldn't be anywhere near this loose to the end of the race. The rest of the way.
Bring it in, hit this time. Easy on your tires now.
Well, I didn't think that I was going to lose another lap before I pitted. Little did I know, here comes race leader Christopher Bell. He might get to us before we have to pit. No playing defense. How free the car is right now.
Your tires now.
I'd like to go one more lap after this if possible.
Try to coast a little if you can. Save us some fuel.
Might run out on this lap. I'm going to try to risk it and go one more lap on fuel.
One high.
Just hoping I don't start to sputter. I'll probably make it.
Clear high if you want it.
Oh, I'm already sputtering.
Try to save some fuel if you
Oh, we're going to be losing way too much time. I'm already sputtering.
One bottom. Clear all around.
Stay at fourth now. Hold up the leaders.
Watch your tire wear. Alright, let us know what you need.
All right, 4 tires. Going to take a half round of wedge out of it. Not going to repair that damage.
Bring it in and pit this time.
Want that extra lap. Lost some time doing so.
Clear low if you want it. Clear outside.
We're in. Man, oh man, oh man.
Stay on the blend line now.
All right, really hoping that half round of wedge out of the car was the right move. Three laps down, but the leaders are right there in front of us. Byron just got by us in the third place position. Again, we are in a race of our own, just trying to make it on fuel to the end.
Car high. Stay low. Clear all around.
32.6 that last lap. Not a 32.3 like I'd hope. Really challenging for it. Got to the 32.4s. I don't know that there's anything I could have done different setup-wise to try to help get this back to the 32.3s again.
Car outside.
Pull out a line, try to get by the 42 and the 34, 3 wide. Gonna pass them both. That pass still ran a 32.475. So mind-boggling the grip and speed I had at Gateway compared to this track tonight, where we won a stage, won the race, led 118 of 240 laps. Today we haven't been higher than 8th in the running order, and we were 13th at the end of both stages. The only playoff driver in the round of 12 that was worse than us in the first two stages was Alex Bowman. The others beat us, all 11. Or I should say the other 10 ended up beating us. Chastain and Reddick did not get stage points, though. The only other hope I have of potentially running a faster lap time is 20 to 30 laps on these tires into the run. Maybe we get a little bit better consistently. We could pick up that 10th to 10th and a half I'm missing still. That would be about it.
Now.
Faster than SVG. He was trying to run the bottom to get by AJ Allmendinger, though.
Clear up top. Outside now. 3 wide. All clear.
Heavy lap traffic for Blaney and Bell. That's going to be a great battle between the 20 and the 12.
Outside door.
Bell won stage 1. Blaney won stage 2. Who's going to win stage 3 to get their way into the next round? Neither one of those two won a race in the round of 16.
Car outside. Clear high.
A lot of contact with Daniel Suarez. For Kyle Busch.
Car outside. Outside now. Clear, clear. Car outside. Clear outside.
I do think we're going to make up enough time that we'll cycle back to being one lap down before we end up pitting. Or sorry, before the end of the race, after everybody else pits, but we'll probably finish 2 down. Like I said, the hope is that the likes of Bubba Wallace and other drivers on the lead lap or our lap, which would have been 1 lap down at the start of the stage, also end up 2 laps down, that we can race them for as high as 9th place is what our finishing ceiling is, assuming this stays green to the end. We definitely need it to stay green long enough to get to our pit stop, which will likely signify, I would think, that we're going to see this thing go green all the way to the finish. We haven't had a caution for incident or an AI-related wreck the entire race, so I don't think we're going to end up seeing one at all.
Inside now.
Split the middle between McDowell and Austin Dillon.
Stay high. Clear, clear.
I definitely don't have a low 32.3 left in me. I've given up hope at this point that I can get back to that kind of a lap time again. Bill got to the lead on the restart ahead of Blaney, and he's pretty much been ahead this entire stage so far.
Stay high. Clear low. Car outside. 1 inside. Clear outside. Clear low. Car high. Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside.
We get right back in front of the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. There is a ton of lap traffic to our inside.
Car outside. Inside door. Clear high if you want it.
Now that was a tight squeeze and a daring move to go up the middle 3 wide there. Still not quite clear of Cole Custer.
You're all clear.
Now we're clear.
Outside. Outside now.
Driving by Priest and Gregson as well. Maybe getting to that point in the run again. At times we're definitely faster than the leaders. Lenny doesn't have anybody in front of him in second. I don't know if that's the case for Bell in the lead, or not yet, but Swamp Hound Racing, thanks for tuning in. Our ceiling is a 9th place finish tonight with Kyle Busch at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. All in the hopes that just some way get that top 10. Try to put ourselves in a halfway decent spot going into Kansas, which by far is going to be our best chance to win a race in this round. How we race today is going to be very similar to how we're going to do points-wise at the Roval. And again, we're 14th right now, but we are trying to make the rest of this race without having to pit again. Taking the wave around from 2 laps down to 1 lap down at the end of stage 2. We're going to be very, very close on fuel. We already pitted early in this stage to try to make up a little bit of time. Should cycle back to being a lap down again once everything goes through. Still 30 plus laps until the leaders pit. We're going to end up getting one of our laps back naturally.
Car outside. Clear high.
Underneath of William Byron. And that 24 car. Try not to use the slide job. Not that time, at least. Probably going to have to here.
One outside. Clear high.
All the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Going to be well clear, middle of the corner. Still got a decent run off. Now to attack on the 7 of Justin Haley.
Clear up top. Outside door. Clear. Clear.
I don't know why Josh Balicki tried changing his line in the middle of the corner. Big run on that 2-car of Austin Cindric. Slide job cutting across the nose of Cindric, clearing Eric Jones and the 2. The exit of that second turn.
Car outside.
Big dive and trying to catch the 34 quickly now as well. To get to his outside.
Clear inside.
Actually kind of worked up to kind of float the exit of the corner well enough to get to the outside of Gillen.
Car outside. Clear up top. Car inside. clear. Outside. Clear low. Clear all around.
Times a little earlier on these fresher tires, so we're back down into the 32.4s, but mostly 32.5s with this wedge adjustment. I do hope that the long run pace is going to be a bit better. Oh my gosh, this is terrible lap traffic.
3 wide. Clear outside.
The middle 3 wide there for a brief moment.
Clear inside. Car outside.
Still got to run after Bowman. Actually got through all those cars cleanly. Got that fresh tire advantage on everybody. Definitely helped. Blaney running down Christopher Bell as he did in the last stage to win stage 2 after Bell won the opening stage. That pass on Chris Buescher, by the way, was for position. Quite a ways back to the inside of Ryan Blaney in the 12.
Clear all around.
And clear up off the exit of turn 2. Clean pass. And a 32.413 that last lap somehow. Feel like I pulled that out of my ass. .32.4 again. Maybe the longer the run goes, the better I'm getting. How am I running faster lap times in the in-car camp compared to anything else? I don't get it. At least with this run. It's as fast as I've been all day. When I took 4 tires during the pit stop and not 2 like I did at the end of the second stage and was running a bit quicker.
Now. Clear outside.
Big dive, gonna get by AJ Allmendinger in the 16. The 20 of Christopher Bell is next. Ooh, got up against the fence. Lost a lot of time down the back straightaway trying to get that back. In front of the leader, Bell.
Inside. Outside now. Clear bottom.
Cycled in front of him. Still about 20 more laps until the leaders have to pit. I think when we got by him earlier, it was a little bit less than that till the pit stop, so we're definitely in a better spot than what we were, but the lap times aren't as good. With the 4 fresh tires versus the 2.
Clear.
Catching the 1 car of Ross Chastain. This is 4th position. Ross going to give us a top, but I think we can make more lap time down on the bottom, especially catching Noah Gragson in the 4. Chastain, not a spot, by the way. Sorry for that. Because he was 1 lap down at the end of the last stage. I took the wave around on him, and, of course, we just pitted already. Easily going to cycle in front of him, though. which would be 12th. I was 13th at the end of the first two stages, so really, if we go into this final stage and get any position more than that, that's worth a point. If we can finish as high as 9th, that would be a 4-point difference between 13th and 9th. We can get the job done. We are inside the final 50 laps of this race.
One up high. Stay low. Clear high if you want it. Car low.
Ooh, tried to get to the outside of the 78, but there was contact.
Clear bottom.
Tyler Reddick up ahead would be another driver we're going to battle to the end of the race with. He's in 11th. A lot of other lap cars up ahead. I would imagine that's where the likes of Bubba Wallace. And I can't quite remember who else we're racing.
Outside. You're all clear. One outside. Stay low. Clear outside. Car high. Clear outside.
Deep into 3 and 4. Kind of took Reddick's line away, sliding up clear in front of him.
Outside now. Clear high if you want it. Car outside. All clear.
We're pacing to be about a lap and a half short on fuel.
Outside now.
But if we finish 2 laps down, I think we'll be a half a lap to the good.
One outside. Clear high.
Again, the strategy that I played with going that extra lap, if needed, was all banked on that happening. Briscoe, that's right. Chase Briscoe is the other car we were battling with, and he's right there with Bubba Wallace for 9th. Wallace inside of 3 wide lap traffic. Seems to be slowing him up a bit.
Clear high.
We get by Keselowski pretty quick. I don't know why I ran all the way to the bottom that time. I didn't need to do that.
One high.
And now the lap traffic.
Clear, all clear.
Got by Gillen and Eric Jones. That was a really good middle of the corner, even making those passes.
Car high. Clear.
You get by Briscoe. Bubba Wallace is next.
Clear high.
5 to 10 more laps until the leaders pit.
One bottom. Clear low. One on the bottom. Clear bottom. One high. Clear high if you want it. Clear outside. One high. Clear outside.
Couple cars on to pit lane. If Blaney pits a little bit before Christopher Bell, it could be the pathway for the 12 car to win this race over the 20. But otherwise, Bell's going to be the one to beat more than likely. Bell cycles out of the pits with the lead. I think Christopher Bell wins. 12 cycles out in front. It's going to be a good battle. Really going to depend on who gets through the lap traffic the best. So 20 is better in the first half of the run, that's for sure.
Outside now. Clear high. Leader is pitting.
Bell pitted that time. Larson out in front. Could have maybe pitted the lap before.
Outside. Clear high if you want it. One up high. Clear up top. One high. Inside now. Car ahead is pitting. Clear high if you want it. Clear low if you want it.
We have cycled up to 9th place.
One bottom. Clear bottom.
And we are the first car one lap down.
Inside. Clear low.
I don't think we're all that far ahead of Bubba Wallace, though, in our pathway to try to hold on to this position to the end of the race.
Clear outside. One high. One on the bottom. Clear outside.
See how much faster those cars with fresher tires are. She's just going to beat the rest of the field.
Stay high. Clear low if you want it.
Way too snappy there. $30 to go.
Car pitting in front of you. Outside door. Three wide. Clear high if you want it.
Way to the bottom. Cody Ware in that 51 was trying to pit. Get up in front of the 66 and the 47. Hopefully they just stay in a rear view the rest of the way. AJ Allmendinger is not. And Bubba Wallace right behind all of them.
Inside.
We're probably not going to pick up any time on the 23.
Inside now. Clear low. low. Stay high. Inside. 3 wide.
Just fast enough
Car low.
with Stenhouse on our inside. It was keeping Bubba Wallace back there until he goes inside a 3 wide on the front stretch.
1 on the bottom.
Got right into the back of him pretty hard to the corner. I was trying the slide job on the 47, ran right into the 23. Basically used him as our brakes. And here comes the 19 of Briscoe. I mean, I'd like to hold on to every position I possibly can. The problem is not going to be holding on for much.
Clear outside. Car inside.
Not the best way traffic could have blended out for us.
Clear all around.
Oh, up out of the groove. Too high, got too loose. There goes the 19.
Car low.
I mean, I would hope that I can maybe run Briscoe and Wallace back down before the finish. Just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think I had a big enough of a gap on him before this all happened. That I'm just getting held up by traffic. Like, I'm fast enough through the corners on Stenhouse
Clear high.
that I just don't feel I'm picking up enough time that I could be getting. Didn't feel like he slowed me up at all there. Here comes Christopher Bell, by the way. Bell on to lap us again.
Inside door.
Yeah, see, now Stenhouse is holding us up. Ryan Blaney's right there with him. I guess he's not out of it yet. With a little less than 25 laps to go for the leaders.
1 up high. Car inside. 3 wide. Clear inside. Clear up top. Car high.
I think even 2 laps down, I'm a little bit short on fuel.
Clear up top.
Just don't know how many laps short. Way too far up the racetrack. Just hoping that there's enough of a gap that coasting it around on fumes at the end of the race. As I sputter, I can still hold on for 11th. It's going to be tough to do for at least 1 lap, maybe even 2.
20 to go.
Just hit 20 laps left. I'm like 2.5 laps short, at least. 2.5 laps short. Ryan Blaney just took the race lead away from Christopher Bell in the final 20 laps as they battle to see who will win the first race of the round of 12. Busch trying to hold on for 11th. Older tires short on fuel to the end. On the brakes off turn 4 just to keep him spinning out. I don't really know that the wedge adjustment helped or hurt us. If anything, it probably hurt us for the extremely long run. And back to Bell in the lead. Back and forth go the 20 and the 12. Bell won stage 1, Blaney won stage 2, and they're both up there. Third place car, William Byron, finally going to catch us, but he's quite a ways back. And I don't think he catches the top 2. I see Tyler Reddick, he's quite a ways back there. He would be in 12th, and then Chastain in 13th. Are the only 2 cars who have a chance of catching us for position upright, but if I end up being short on fuel, what is that going to do for our chances of maybe losing even more spots than that? Probably going to be about a full lap ahead of Buescher. But if I run out, we're at the mercy of losing a lot more positions.
Clear low.
Very, very loose middle off there. I definitely wish this was 300, not 301.
Clear low.
Because, yeah, that extra lap feels like it's going to be very important. That extra lap is probably going to cost me a couple positions. Oh, here's Reddick. I thought he was further back than this. Well, that's not good for us. Not much of a fight on the older tires with this many laps left. So, I mean, I have to stay out to the end, I feel, at this point. Because if they're trapped an extra lap down, all I'd have to do is beat the leader back to the line. And at least I'll be locked in for 13. Which is where we finished the first 2 stages anyway. I'm probably 3 laps short. I don't know if being free maybe had us burn up even more fuel.
Inside. Clear low if you want it.
It's tough to tell.
Inside door.
I still haven't gotten 10 to go.
Clear low.
4 laps short? I guess we are going to have to pit a second time.
10 to go this time.
Just now hit 10 to go. I am 4 laps short on fuel. That's not enough. I can maybe sputter for 2 laps. I can't sputter for 4. We're going to have to go splash and go right at the end of this race. Still stay out for as long as we can until
Outside now.
we have to pit, just in case a caution comes out. We fought the whole race after being a lap down at the end of stage 1 to do what we could to get the best finishing position possible, but ultimately that did end up costing us in the very beginning, and I had a feeling it was going to. Right now we are in 12th. We're going to lose one more lap on the leaders and finish this race 3 laps down. The hope is that we'll be in front of Chris Buescher. I don't know if he's passed us or not yet. Really hope it's splash and go. He's not going to be there. I finished 13th. That it didn't matter, but having to go splash and go at the end. Might as well just pit this time. We got to put that half around a wedge back into the race car.
Bring it around and pit this time. Back it down.
Don't speed. Splash and go. Just had to make sure we weren't going to speed there, leaving the pits.
5 to go. You're clear out.
Don't spin out. There's a third place car. I think we're going to be okay. Obviously, we're good on fuel now to the end. 16% on the right front's going to be enough to make it. We're going to lose another lap, so now we're 3 laps down, but we're good on fuel. I don't think Chris Buescher is in any way going to get by us between now and the checkered flag. Heavy lap traffic for the leaders, Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney, in a battle for the race win. Good evening, Michael. It's definitely tighter. Just putting that half around the wedge into it. Probably didn't need to do that. Wanted a little bit more grip. Would not have thought that right sides only was going to be what we needed to put down our fastest laps of the race. All the way back at stage 2, early stage 3, running those 32 threes.
Clear outside. Easy on your tires now.
Don't spin out, come on.
Final
lap.
One high. Clear high if you want it.
Bell trying to hold off Ryan Blaney for one more turn.
One bottom.
Only car on the same lap as us is Chris Buescher.
Clear low.
Checkered flag in the air, and it is going to be Christopher Bell winning at New Hampshire. 6 playoff point performance today. That was a tongue twister. And that would be enough to get him obviously, to the round of 8, and those extra 6 points are vital in his quest for the championship 4. All right, so Christopher Bell wins 2 hours, 45 minutes, 13 seconds. Total time on a race today. Ryan Blaney finishes in 2nd, William Byron 3rd, Denny Hamlin 4th, and Chase Elliott rounds out the top 5 and 5th. Joey Logano 6th, Kyle Larson 7th, Brad Keselowski 8th, Bubba Wallace 9th, Chase Briscoe 10th. 9th and 10th finished 2 laps down, 1 lap down for Brad in 8th, and the top 7 finished on the lead lap. We finished 13th in all 3 stages today. We ran as high as 8th at one point in stage 2, tail end of the lead lap on our pit strategy before getting lapped before the end of the stage. So we'll take a look at the point standings as we go in to our next race, which won't be until Monday, and that will be at the Kansas Speedway for the 2nd race of the round of 8 of the playoffs. All right, so we drop obviously from the 1 seed down to 4th. So losing 3 spots in points. Bell locked into the next round with a win, and he would have been behind us in points still had he not won that race. We still got a decent cushion. We're 50 points above Bubba Wallace. So I only lost 4 points to the cut line. I'll take it. Yeah, we're in a really good spot. We're actually in a better spot now than what we were after the first race of the last round. So, 50 points to the good. We might not even have to win Kansas anymore. How I qualified, I thought it was maybe going to be a little worse for us today. We could have maybe given up another 15 to 20 points, but 50 point is our cushion. Now, for the championship 4, that's going to be interesting in the next round if I don't win a race, because let's say this was the first race of the next round. I would be the last driver above the cut line by just 7 points. So, I think we'll be all right for the round of 12, but the round of 8 is going to be very difficult. Talladega's in that round. We did win the Springdega race, and Las Vegas should be good for us, but a lot on the line in those races. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. I will see you back better than ever on Monday. There will be a couple uploads of recorded videos of the truck series to the channel for NASCAR 25 this weekend. Have a good next couple of days and rest of your Friday night. See you next time, everyone.